something more. Gonna give you within the next 45 minutes.
Greetings to all the listeners of Soundwave Radio. It's going down right now. Now, you know, sometimes technology may not be holding us down. It may be failing us from time to time. But when it does, it don't matter because we just go old school with it. Now, right now on the telephone, I'm conversating with the legend of reggae music, producer extraordinaire, Blacker Dread. Good day, Blacker Dread. How are you doing, my king?
Blessed. The technology want to take over biology.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's got big problems, but it's okay. We'll always find a way around it, you know? Now, there's big things going on right now. I'm hearing so much about technology. Yes, sir. Now, there's big things going on, and I hear so much about your new rhythm album called Black Fro. Now, I'm so interested, and I'm sure the listeners are so interested. Can you tell us a little bit more about what's going on with this rhythm album?
Yeah, it's called the Black Pro, and it has many artists on there. So many artists, I can't tell you all of them. It will take me a day to tell you everyone. But we have Bounty Killer, we have Red Rose, we have Dada.
Boom.
We have Busy Signal, we have Lucky D, we have Substance, Quality, Devonti Tanto Metro. We have so many.
Oh man, this is a beautiful thing going on right now. Now, if I may ask, what came about to bring this album together? I mean, this is a big project.
Yeah, it's a major project. You know, I was making some songs in Top Bong.
Yeah.
And we finished making songs. And I was speaking to the musician. And I said to them, let's try and fuse some music together. So we're gonna fuse some Afrobeat, we're gonna fuse some dancehall, and we're gonna fuse some reggae and see what we get. And that's why we call it the Black Fro, because it actually means Black African. That's why we call it Black Fro.
No doubt, and that's exactly what it is. I mean, it's like the pick-up of African music from across the diaspora fused into one sound, and it's such a beautiful thing. Now, Afro music in Jamaica, is it taking off? Is it something that's quite big right now? What is it looking like out there?
Yeah, they're loving it. Jamaica is actually loving the style, and because Jamaica likes the tempo. They like the tempo because the tempo is up. And you know, in Jamaica, they love that kind of beat, you know?
Yeah.
So we're loving it. So we have to make sure that we don't get left behind. We need to be up there.
Definitely. Now, I want to ask you about a sound that comes from South Africa, and I want to know if you've ever heard of it or not. It's called Amapiano. Have you ever heard of Amapiano? All right. It's like it's hard to explain what it's like, but it's a proudly South African sound that was created in the ghettos of Pretoria, and this is taking over the whole of the southern region of Africa right now. I'm gonna have to send it to you guys. I'm gonna have to send you something just to have a listen to.
Please.
Definitely. Now, my lord, I want to ask, in the studio, who has been your favorite artist to work with, and why?
Over the years?
Yes, sir.
I would say Sugar Miner, because he's my mentor. He's my mentor. He's the man that made me start producing. So that's the man I look up to at all times.
Blessings.
Great Sugar Miner.
And if you had to give some advice to up-and-coming artists right now, or up-and-coming producers who are trying to walk in the same shoes as you, what advice could you give to them?
I'm going to tell you what Sugar Miner told me. he said, Black Jet, if you make a song and you can't dance to it, then nobody else won't dance to it. So the first thing you have to make it that other people like it. Never make it for yourself. Make it so other people will enjoy it, and then you will enjoy people enjoying it. So all you got to do is listen and make sure that the quality is of international standard, because that's the key. If your song is gonna get big, it's gonna be an international song. So what you do, you make it international standard. So what I do, I listen to all genres of music. But at first I used to listen to all the production about hip hop music. Then I would listen to some James Brown. Then I would listen to all genres, R&B, and the standard is always a very high class. So we want to take the music out of the ghetto. That's what we do. We make it to the standard so the world can listen.
Very true, very true. Wise words indeed. And I think it's something that a lot of artists take for granted. Sometimes they believe that their idea is so strong, they overlook the quality aspect. So I love what you're saying. That's something that we all have to work on.
The quality is the best. If I have good quality, your song doesn't have to be the best. Quality will bring you through because people are going to listen and people will know. And you know, when I used to have my record shop in London, one time a lady asked me for a song. And I'm a Dennis Brown fan, right? So I thought I have over 1,000 Dennis Brown songs. So I didn't know this song that she was asking me. And I was like 6 weeks later, I was at home playing a Dennis Brown album. And I heard the song. And I said, oh my gosh, this is the song. But the way the lady explained it to me, it was different from how I was listening it. So she taught me a very valuable lesson, that not everyone's going to listen to it the same way. Everyone's going to listen it a way to how they feel, and it's going to give them their vibes. So that's the key to making good music, make people love it.
That's very true, very true. Now, when you're working in the studio and you're getting down to the production aspect of things, where do you begin? I know some producers, them love to begin with creating a melody and letting the melody drive them. There's some producers that love to start with a drum pattern and the drum pattern will take them forward. What's your technique, or how would you like to start production?
Okay, well, I have a few methods that I use. Sometimes the singer will come to me with a song and I will listen to the song, listen to his melodies, and then take the musicians into the studio and make the song to the melody. All right, when you listen, okay, say you want to listen to Bob Marley's song, Waiting in Vain. No matter who sings on that song in 100 years' time, every time you hear it, you will always hear Waiting in Vain first in your head. And you'll say, oh, this is Waiting in Vain. Someone else has done another track on it. So that's how you create a track, and then it's going to last. It will have a legacy. So when the singer comes with his song, his lyrics, and he says, this is what I have and I like it, I then bring the musicians into the studio and create from that melody. And the other way now, sometimes I will just have an idea in my head. I will hear some sounds. And I will go to the musician and I say, you know what? I keep hearing this sound. Can you play this sound? And I try to hum it. And 10 times out of 10, they always, if it's not exact, it's even better than I even imagined. But yeah, the musicians are brilliant. They make the creation out of your head. You dream of something, and then you hear someone playing it. It's almost, wow, how could they do this? It's like a dream come true sometimes. And then another time I could go to the studio and I would say to the musicians, okay, I'm going to tell you something about the Black Fro rhythm now. And this is unique to Black Fro. I've finished my session in the studio, and the drummer, Kirkle Dove, he was just in the studio. and he was going crazy, playing this crazy, crazy drum. I said to Kirkledove, oh my gosh, I need that drum. You can't leave the studio with that drum without giving it to me. And he said, yeah, you want it? I said, yes. We're going to use that drum, and we're going to put the reggae, and we're going to put the dancehall, and we're going to put the Afrobeat and make it into one song. So it actually came from Kirkledove's drumming. That's how the people first created. The drum, even the intro, if you listen to the intro on the drum, that intro that I actually have on the beat is about 30 to 40 seconds long. I had to cut it down because the intro is so long. So I had to curtail it and then do it enough to be okay. But if you listen to the original track, it's like 30 seconds of intro. I never heard anything before.
Neither have I. And I understand exactly what you mean. The inspiration enters into the blood and, guys go in with the instruments, guitar, drum, whatever it may be. Now it takes me back to a question I was wanting to ask about the Reggae Powerhouse Band Legends album. And I know that you were also a part in working on it with Mr. Leroy Scarlett. Now, could you explain that process? You said earlier you're a huge fan of Dennis Brown, so it must have been a huge honor to be a part of such an album.
Oh my gosh, Dennis Brown is like, he's the man. For me, I'm going to be honest, and Dennis Brown to me is Mr. Reggae. For me, he's the greatest reggae artist of all time. There's nobody that can surpass Dennis, and I mean no one in the history of reggae. For me, that this is a personal. So to work on a project with Dennis Brown, oh my gosh, it was such a pleasure. When Leroy invited me to work with him, I said, oh my word, I need to be on this project. Because I also did an album with Gregory Isaacs. So it was also a pleasure to work with Gregory, and I did work with Frankie. So it was a great pleasure to help select and to mix the songs and to get them out. And we did the Gregory Isaacs and the Fredlocks and the Spiffy combination. We did all sort of things. It was really a pleasure to work on that project. Yeah.
That's like the reggae hall of fame when I hear you speaking. Like, Frankie Paul, Gregory Isaacs, Dennis Brown, Fred Locks. This is the hall of fame. This is the men that we all aspired towards and influenced us in our youth to become reggae artists. I think my question would be, what would be one of the biggest teachings that you took from such legends?
The quality of their work and how they made sure that when they did something, if it wasn't done properly, they would correct it. Because at the end of the day, it's their voice that's going to be out there on the street. And people know music. That's why people like music, because they know it. So if they hear the Dennis Brown singing rubbish, they will know it's rubbish.
Yeah.
So it's for Dennis not to sing rubbish so people can love what he's doing. And what I took out of it is the quality of their work and the time and the energy that they put in to enable us to still be, because the three of them passed away, and to still be able to work on their songs in this time, songs that some of them were made 20 years ago. It just shows the quality and the energy that they put into their work to make it possible for us to still be doing a project with them now.
Very true. Now, when you look at the progression of music, not just reggae music, but music in totality and how it's changed, and in my opinion, it's become a lot more digital from the analog beans. I'm talking about the instrumentals and so on. Now you've got guys who are producing a whole band on a laptop by himself. So it's quite a different world. Do you see reggae losing its same touch that it used to have, that longevity in the music, or do you see it still being the same, just taking a different form?
I think only most of that is foreign. In Jamaica, we're still in the studio, we're still working with live bands, because Black Forest live bands, it's not no digital. Everything was played by musicians. I don't use computer to do any form of music. So I will never go to that. I don't like bedroom music. So I call laptop music bedroom music. I think the music will be made in a studio. I know you can get a good sound, but that quality, and I will always emphasize the industry standard that Jay-Z has got, that you got Buju Banton, all these people have a standard. And when you aspire to their standard, then you understand how sweet the music can be. So I will never go to not doing the music in the studio. I will go to Tough Gong, I will go to Anchor, original studios from back in the days, and I will bring a drummer, I bring a bassy, a guitarist, a keyboard player, and then later on I use original horns. I can use keyboard. It's a lot cheaper, trust me.
Yeah.
But the musician to survive. So if we don't encourage our musicians to continue playing, then the music will die. But while I'm around, and all the people that I work with, I encourage them to use live musicians, because that's where the feeling is. You understand? When you want to make like a nice rocking beat, you have to have people playing it. I don't want to hear that and it's just going like crazy. And then you see the people dancing like crazy.
Yeah.
You know? But with a nice steady beat, you see the difference in the reaction, even in the dance or in the club.
Very true, very true. Now, if people wanted to get a hold of your music or follow you on social media, how can they go about doing it?
Blacker Dread Music or Blacker Dread. You can go Blacker Dread on Instagram. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I'm on all the platforms. You can find me. Blacker Dread Music or just Blacker Dread. And if you want me and if you want to get me, you can do blackerdread58@gmail.com. I'm available, always out there, willing, always help. If I need to help you, I will help you. If you got a good song and you want to send it to me, send me a song, I will listen it. And if we can make it up, we make it up. That's how I work all the time.
I love that.
I'm now working with Tough Gong. So Tough Gong will be distributing like the Black Pro Rhythm and stuff like that. I have also a Fredlocks album coming out. I have an album with Vivian Jones, who is a UK artist. I also have a Leroy Gibbons album, and I have Anthony B album as well, and a Josie Wales album. So I'm doing a lot of work in the studio. So just look out for the Blacker Dread label. You will see it. I have singles coming out and albums. I have also online, you can find the many moods of Blacker Dread. So you will listen all the artists them that I've recorded over the years, and it's many moods of Blacker Dread Volume 1, and you can find Volume 2 will be coming out this year.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Blacker Dread, I must say, thank you for your contribution to reggae music. It's because of elders like yourself that reggae music is still a force to be reckoned with. And, you know, it's going to have such a strong and positive future because of gentlemen like you. So thank you very much for your time and for your contribution.
Thank you. Thank you. And don't forget that we have done that on the rhythm as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm there, panting, ready to go hard.
Your song gonna be mixed this week. I think on Saturday or Sunday. We're gonna be mixing your song.
Oh man, I can't wait.
Great to work together. You know, it's like I love to work with my brothers, man, all over the world, man. It's great.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what technology is for. That is the best part of technology for me. The fact that we can bring each other together so close to be able to do these wonderful stuff together in conjunction, and we don't have to make that 14-hour flight.
Yes, yes, yes. But we need to do that 14-hour flight because in person is always the key.
In Jamaica to come and promote your show, do some live shows from Jamaica, man.
Yes,
What
sir.
you need to do and come and meet all the musicians and everybody because they're all here and we take you to meet everyone.
Ah, blessings, blessings. What, man, I don't even know what to say. Lost for words. Thank you so much, Blackout Dread. Now, I've got 7 minutes left on the show, so I've got to jump into some music. But I just want to say thank you once again for your time, for your energy, for your efforts in reggae music, and for this interview. You are so appreciated in South Africa and across the whole world in diaspora by every reggae lover. Respect, my lion.
Thank you very much. And don't remember, you will be the one that will be playing Black Folk first anywhere in the world at that side. You will get the exclusive rights to play.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Big thing this. Much love, my king. Man, this is such an awesome experience. And we're going to have to go into some music. But before we leave, I just want to say, if you guys have not listened to any works of Blackout Dread, now is the time. Go online, whip out your cell phone, your laptop, your computer, whatever it is. Go in right now, Google Blackout Dread and have yourself a good time. And also roll yourself a big spliff, pour yourself a little drink and enjoy the reggae music because that's what it's for. Blessing my life. Respect.
Girl in my corner, oh Lord, oh well, whatever it takes.